Go ahead. Yeah, let's just go.
3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody in Facebook Live Land. We are the Podguyz Podcast. Cheers about for everyone.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What the hell, Tony? What the hell? Bringing it to you live every Monday, Facebook Live, 10:15 p.m. I'm Tony Kaz, followed by Kevin Neary here. Come on, it's every week. It's every week. You're doing the hand gestures now. See, the hand gestures are not that. The hand gestures are very difficult. You got to be in sync with the whole thing. It's an orchestration.
I am Tony Kaz, followed by
Kevin Neary here.
Of course, we have the ever-living Picasso, Les Barquet. Yeah.
For the non-viewing audience out there, the big board Sparky just put up says the words hi.
Hello. Today's show is brought to you by the friends over at merchbooth.com.
Merchbooth.com. Now, isn't that where you can buy all of your Podguyz podcast gear from merchbooth.com under the podcast section, Podguyz Podcast? Tony?
It is a miracle shirt that will change your life.
Yeah. And we always put out the warning. All statements are true until proven false.
That's true.
Even when they are proven false, we speculate over that as well. We go through our due diligence of who is.
Are they ever wrong? Maybe.
No.
What's going on, guys? How are you today? Pretty good.
Yeah, dude, I'm doing fine. Just in and out of naps throughout the day, working a lot. Getting a lot of writing done with. We had a great show. Did some live stand-up comedy down the Hudson Servicemen's Club down in Hudson, Pennsylvania here.
Wait, did you say the Hudson Service Club?
Hudson Servicemen's Club.
Servicemen's.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Nice.
Well,
VFW?
it's something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a Servicemen's Club, though.
Great crowd. I seen your video, which was freaking hilarious as hell.
Yeah. We great crowd down there. I told right when I said to everybody, I said, you know what? Let's go Facebook Live on this. Some guy moaned. He says, oh, we're gonna be on video.
I didn't even get dressed for this.
Shut your fucking mouth. I was
like he was wearing his favorite PJs to come to the Servicemen's Club.
Well, it was. I think it was more like these people. They love their privacy. It's a great place. I love the crowd down there. But he said it as if I'm going to be surveillancing him or whatever. Like that's it. I'm going to get mail about this now, right? No, nobody uses the mail, sir. Not even you. But no, it was a great crowd. We had about like 90, 100 people down there or something like that. Packed house.
It was packed, brother. Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, I did about 20 minutes. We had myself, Stephen Detweiler on, the very funny
Timmy Toucans, huh?
Yeah, Timmy Mattos, and Timmy Mattos will be joining us next week. I tried getting him today. We both tried, and here, it's short notice. It just came up. The idea just came up where it's just like, hey, maybe today we should try to get Timmy in here because sometimes Tony books so many people on here, right? Where if he'll give a follow-up email the day before and the day of, and if the follow-up email isn't received back, and sometimes it's not. It just he says, well, we don't have a guest for this week, and that's just unfortunate. But we don't have a guest this week. We do have the three amigos right here, myself, Tony, and Sparky. But yeah, the show went over great. My set, I kicked some ass, man. You know how I do. It's
I know how you do.
The most comfortable spot I could ever be in is in front of 100 people, doing my thing.
I heard, and we'll cut into a quick story because that actually brings us into a really, really funny story this week. Someone else who likes to show off in front of 100 people.
Oh,
yeah, Tekashi 6ix9ine. How about that?
Well, how about him? He's starting to gain relevance. If we're talking about you and you're a celebrity, something went wrong with your celebrityism.
It went awry somewhere.
I think that we should play matchmaker with celebrity dumbasses. Like Tekashi 6969 or whatever. He should get together with the Island Boys and see if they can form a word.
Yeah, they should play Hangman together.
I want to see them all on Jeopardy at the same time.
That'd be fantastic.
Just like the Teen Jeopardy, special Jeopardy.
Just Teen Jeopardy. Yeah.
I
think that would be weird to have the Island Boys on Teen Jeopardy.
I think the Island Boys would try to, harm physically Tekashi 6969 just to gain a little bit of street cred, which in all reality does nothing for your credit score. Besides on the streets, which also nobody counts either. There is no bureau of street cred.
Oh,
I know they're not that organized. You take the mafia out of the streets, and all you got is a bunch of dumbasses running around.
How dare they?
Yeah, I know.
Anyways, there was a video that was released this past week after Tekashi 69 appeared at the Baseball World Cup.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the Baseball World Cup.
Baseball has a World Cup?
It does. They have it's like an all-star game of baseball proportions where all of these superstars.
And do they call it World Cup?
They actually called it the Baseball World Cup.
What? I remember. Okay, I know you're talking about because I bet on America and that was dumb. So they lost.
Well,
we were the favorites too, and we lose to Japan.
No, America wasn't the favorite.
Mm-mm.
Japan was the heavy favorite going in.
Then why was the spread -1.5 on America's part? How did I get that wrong? If I would bring up the bet, I
don't know, but apparently you lost.
I did lose. Yeah, I lost. But dude, it's just terrible. We can't even win in baseball.
This
sounds like a start of a Trump speech. We can't even win in baseball.
Superstars aplenty went out to support the World Cup of baseball, and of course they showed up in droves to the particular games, supporting their teams from their respective countries. And Tekashi 69 was holding a Puerto Rican flag and taunting someone in the audience because they were Puerto Rican.
Now that makes
Okay, so I'm going to enlighten you on this. He went out to a gym, which was great because it was a Planet Fitness. And of course, of all the places that you should work out,
with that many tattoos on his face, you want to go to a place that promotes themselves as a judgment-free zone. Yeah, but then
I
again,
like that joke, by the way. I like it.
Then, what was that?
I like your joke, by the way.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
But then again, I'm assuming that he's read the words judgment-free. Both that's a long word,
He would be the type of person that would spell it wrong, but still have it tattooed on his chest.
After all he's been through, I'm sure Planet Fitness membership is more than what he can afford.
Probably.
He probably used somebody else's membership, is what I'm saying. He's like, I'm on the free trial. It's like, all right, man, get in here.
Anyways, while
while
Tekashi 69 was working out, he got jumped by individuals. Puerto Rican descent.
Wait, he got jumped by Puerto Ricans?
Jumped by Puerto Ricans. They beat the crap out of him. Like literally beat the crap out of him.
Until, the baseball incident or unrelated or?
They say, of course, they haven't been caught and they don't know the individuals, but for him to gain his relevance back, of course, the cops were called in an ambulance in order to.
I heard Tekashi 69 has the cops on speed dial, and the FBI, and lawyers, judges.
Yeah, he's
So
on.
by the end of the week,
protection.
you know what, dude? By the end of the week, they're gonna know exactly what these people look like because he's gonna get into deep description. He's
Really is. He hired a caricature artist just for himself.
how does Planet Fitness?
He's like, no, wider chin, maybe a little bit deeper, a little more angled.
Oh god.
Next is balloon animals.
So let me guess. The any Puerto Rican guy they've ever had on Breaking Bad probably beat the shit out of him.
Pretty much.
They're like, you're describing everybody that's been on the TV series Weeds from Showtime from 2011 and Breaking Bad. All right, go on, sir.
But Sparky has a wonderful picture array for us.
Oh boy, Sparky, you were there. Oh my God, look at what he said. Look at this. You are a disgrace for not being able to lift 2 5-pound dumbbells. You should be beaten up. I got this. Somebody's holding a baseball bat. Somebody's lifting in the picture. There's a lot of stuff going on there, Tony.
It's nice. Yeah, it's nice. Is that a COVID bet, Sparky?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay. Okay, you have to hit him with the COVID bat every once in a while. I mean, it's Planet Fitness. They don't even wipe down their machines.
So what did Sparky mean by that's a disgrace? What's going on there?
Yeah, Sparky, what does that mean?
Well, didn't his girlfriend now at the moment say that he's a disgrace now to her and his little girl?
Oh, yes. Yes,
that's a beautiful thing.
But look at that.
Stand by your man. Boom, boom.
Oh,
boom,
that's Takashi's
unless
girlfriend.
He gets his ass beat at a Planet Fitness down in Japan.
He's getting outlifted by an 8-year-old girl. He's lifting 100 pounds. He can't even lift 10.
There you go. There you go. Here's in a new article, Takashi's girlfriend had come out to some reporters and just said, "Hey, you want the scoop? I'll give it to you for like $100."
Wow. That will get her a very nice looking crack rock to smoke.
Yes, it would.
$100 ain't bad. I would do that.
Yeah. And so she said that
so she's calling him a pussy because he got his ass beat. It's a big thing in the Puerto Rican community when you're talking specifically about the gang life. And maybe not just specifically about Puerto Rican gang life, but just if you're getting your ass beat. And I'm sure she was watching the fight while holding the child, and he might have not even thrown a punch, in the direction, but just like
he got his ass laid out. He
just like sat there in the fetal position and cried like a maniac, like, no, what are you doing? I'm trying to,
Not to say it's funny when anyone gets her ass kicked, but
no, it's not. It's just you can't. So for people out there that really don't know, Tekashi 6969 is a rapper that the DEA, when CIA and everybody was trying to get him with racketeering charges, right, Tony? Who looks down at his phone suddenly and
sorry, I was sharing the
share after the show, you fucker. We're doing a show here. Tekashi 6969, known for snitching on all of his gang members during the whole entire time. Yeah, right, Tony.
The teller is not broken.
Yeah, so now this DEA, they were trying to get him specifically for racketeering, throw him in jail, scare the guy. It worked to the point where he snitched out everybody that he could possibly know. There was a running meme going on that if you've seen it before, he's inside the courtroom, and then, if somebody were to be arrested, he would be naming that person as the next person. So anyways, people remember that he was snitching, and that old fashioned fairy tale rhyme of snitches get stitches came up at a Planet Fitness situation, right? So I'm not sure if I saw his face was all really beat up though. And
they kicked the crap. They literally kicked his teeth in.
So the only thing is that the only thing I have a problem with is I think that the guy is a little handicapped mentally. he might have the ability to rap in fluently, and he's practiced that enough, and he's got the tattoo he's got the tattoos on the face and the shock factor with the multicolored hair and stuff. But it's still that's the only part that I have a real problem with, is that you're beating up somebody who might be just not mentally 100% there, if ever there. So what about you, Tony? You have any problem with with him getting his ass beat?
Definitely not. I mean, he's according to this article, right? It says the 26-year-old rapper was beaten to a pulp and humiliated in front of other gym goers.
So Planet Fitness is a judgment zone then.
Yeah. So she said that their 7-year-old daughter, Soraya, will eventually see the way he's acted when she grows up.
Well, this is the part we're missing right here. Okay, I got the article up right now. Tekashi 6969's ex-girlfriend says it was embarrassing for their daughter to see video of the rapper getting beaten up in a gym locker room. Now, why are you showing your little girl not the Little Mermaid, but hey, here's your dad getting his ass kicked.
Your
right
dad
now.
Was getting his fucking
So Sarah Molina that's her name. His former flame and mom to his 7-year-old daughter spoke to TMZ about the embarrassment that not only he should feel, but how it affects their child too. By the way, it didn't affect their child until you literally exposed it to a 7-year-old. 7-year-olds are in a world you are allowing them to see. And you're allowing them to see, and probably for animosity's sake, that you don't like your ex-husband or ex-boyfriend, who is the baby daddy of your father. You said, hey, look at him get his ass beat here. And that's just poor parenting on her part as well. I'm not saying he's parent of the year. Obviously, she's an ex, and he's probably paying her some kind of child support. Through her representative, she explained that Tekashi's very public altercations have been sad to see. She had sex with him to the point where they have a kid together privately, but publicly, his altercations have been sad to see. She also added that their 7-year-old daughter, Soraya, will eventually see the ways he's acted when she grows up. And if she doesn't, she's going to see it as her mother presents it to her at the age of 7. What a scumbag. Hear this poor mentally disabled Tekashi 6969. Despite the fight being unprovoked by Tekashi, Sarah believed he was reckless by not having security, especially given his history of public altercations. I agree with her there. You have to have security with you, especially if you have he's got a big red flag target all over his face. He's got a big mouth without any brains. And that leads to a bunch of reckless fights right there. So Sarah also pointed out that he was recently kicked out of the World Baseball Classic because he was heavily intoxicated. So whoever's over-serving the guy with tattoos on his face, stop giving him more than 7 beers.
Yeah, that's
She said
better.
She was surprised 6ix9ine had been walking around like he can't be touched, and the beatdown proved he's misguided. Her rep shared that Sarah has been concerned with their daughter's safety ever since Tekashi started beefing with other rappers years ago. First of all, I don't know who he's winning a rap battle against, but you know what, Tony? I could think that they kind of look like the Island Boys. If you want to bring up, I know Sparky goes to their concerts all the time. If Sparky wants to draw us his memory up of that, that'd be wonderful, Sparky. I don't see you leaning forward at all or taking any attempt to do that, which is like, fuck you, Kevin time. But that's
zero guidance.
Sarah claimed Tekashi hasn't reached out about Soraya since late last year, probably because he's been in prison and or house arrest, but that she's doing fine. The concerned mother explained that she hopes Tekashi will get the help she thinks he needs. Well, the rest of the world also thinks he needs some help. The fight between Tekashi 6969 and his attackers were picked up on security footage from the LA fitness gym. Tekashi was jumped as he tried to leave the fitness club by a group of men who later boasted about the attack on social media. And they are really going. They do have the camera footage here, Tony. It's pretty intense right there. Got them in the bathroom.
Really intense.
They were videotaping the beatdown, and the video circulating online. They call him a rat who wouldn't be tolerated in their hood. Now, I don't know. I do know some things about rats. Okay, they do live in sewers. They train turtles who are at a teenage level of age, and in the art form of karate. Pretty sure we all know that, right? What do you know about rats, Tony? Anything?
Nah, nothing.
Nothing. Well, while kicking and punching, we got to get into the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles show movie as well, because that is coming out, directed by Seth Rogen. But while kicking and punching him, one could be heard yelling to the other, take a picture, I'm going to be famous now," which we can only assume is either Logan Paul or his brother.
Jake Paul.
One of the Paul brothers beat the shit out of Tekashi 6969 because you know how we could. It's just their MO. They know they could beat the shit out of him, right? Because he's out of their weight class.
I like the fact that the Paul brothers are like the Taliban.
What's that?
I like the fact that the Paul brothers are like the Taliban. Something happens, I take full responsibility.
I bet you it was Will Smith because he's about the size of Chris Rock. You know what? Tekashi probably had fucking Will Smith's wife's name in his mouth, and then he got the teeth along with him out of the mouth. It's unclear what prompted the attack, but Tekashi is not short of enemies. In 2018, he was labeled a snitch after testifying to prosecutors against the likes of the Bloods gang and Cardi B. He'd cut a deal to lessen his own sentence after being charged with an array of crimes and spent just 2 years behind bars. Tekashi had faced a 47-year minimum sentence, which is weird because he cannot count to 47, and a maximum of life in prison, where when he was arrested back in 2018 on charges including racketeering, firearm possession, armed robbery, and attempted murder. Sparky, show that footage of what you got right there. Take a picture of our punching toy. That is because we are the Island Boys. I'll try to say my big. Yeah. Take a picture of a punching toy. That is because we're the Island Boys. Yes, this is our punching toy because we're the Island Boys. What else you got? Punching toy. Island Boy. Like, give me a break, guys. Come on.
That was good.
She mentioned that it doesn't come as it's the former Rob Kardashian Flame 34 said that the rapper should apologize for his past behavior. She mentioned that it doesn't come as a surprise that the rapper, whose legal name is, drum roll please, Daniel Hernandez. Daniel Hernandez was attacked. See, okay, and they got a nice exclusive right there with her, a nice little sit down. It made me really sad because Danny's a really nice guy. He's a really genuinely nice guy. I just feel like social media changes people. In person, he is the sweetest person. So I just blame the internet because, yeah, that's who to blame in this. Not people's actions on their own behalf, people's choices, and people bullying him, because at the end of the day, that's still bullying, and I don't condone violence at all. Okay, so you got to be kidding me. You literally just said sentences ago he deserved to get his fucking ass beat, but you don't.
And I like the fact that she also brought up that she fears for her life.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. Let's be a little real.
Let's be okay. You want to be realistic? She fears for her lifestyle. She does not fear for her life. Okay.
Correct.
Big difference there. Yeah. Big difference. One. Yeah. Yeah. So, so Tony, I did just reference up, and I'm not sure if you did see the previews for a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie directed by Seth Rogen.
By the way, I like the cut.
Yeah.
I like the cut segment. Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see the particular show, but I did watch the trailer for the new Ninja Turtles, starring Seth Rogen.
Now they're basically, how they messed with the turtles images, before time, and I think that was in part of what's his face, scumbag that directed the new Star Wars movies, J.J. Abrams. Yeah, he was just like, let's just fucking ruin everything. It's like, all right, JJ, Great. You're a good guy. But
yeah, we'll ruin the turtles too. It's a good.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
So
whatever.
So Seth Rogen brought back the old look that they had in the 90s.
Yeah.
With that kind of animatronic look, only they kind of blended a little bit of CGI on top of the animatronic robot thing.
Yeah.
So, and that was the logical next step to do. The non-logical next step to do was to just make them pure CGI, and that was just terrible. All of it was bad. It's like, am I watching a cartoon or am I not watching a cartoon? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's going to be a good movie. It's a Ninja Turtles movie. We know the concept. We get the idea. It's
a reboot of a reboot of a reboot with the same story, same villain, same actor, same storyline throughout it. But rinse, wash, repeat in the old Hollywood of Hollywoods. But speaking of rinse, wash, repeat.
Rinse, wash.
Do you know what shoes you would never put in the washer dryer?
Expensive shoes.
You know what kind of expensive shoes are out there that Beyonce is no longer a part of?
Oh my God. Well, that's just news to me right off the rip. All right. So Beyonce was a part of a shoe company. Did they sell like high heels and stuff like that or no?
They did sell a heel of a heel, as they'd like to say, with Kanye West.
Oh, I'm guessing you're referring to the Adidas brand then, right?
I am, sir.
Oh my God.
I am. Beyonce and Adidas mutually agree to end their collaboration as she's set to reclaim her Ivy Park activewear line.
I like the headline right here, Tony, because it looks more important than it actually is.
So much more important. Yeah.
So
apparently she planned to take sole control of the line following the split from Adidas, of course. Ivy Park reportedly earned considerably less than expectations in 2022. And she launched the line as collaboration with Sir Philip Green of Topshop in 2016.
This is the weird thing that they're calling it. They're calling it a business divorce. So how do they tell their kids?
I know, and who gets what?
Kids, I'm divorcing Adidas. Oh, well, how does this affect us? It doesn't. We both still love you, though.
I love you, Beyonce.
Boy, you know what? I think that it's this is the Kanye West effect right now.
It is the Kanye West effect, unfortunately,
because
everybody's trying to get away from Adidas. Adidas had some bad press, and they have tons and tons of shoes that they're making, of course, with
and now they have that. Now they have that. Oh God, what is it? What's the bad press that Adidas has? Go ahead.
Well, just the fact that they sunk a bunch of money into all of these superstars in order to promote shoe brands, and people are backing out. They're losing billions of dollars through their company shares, and it's just not going well for them, to be honest. But Beyonce she does want to take her Ivy Park clothing line a little bit more mainstream. She wants to get it into more boutique type of environment. And
that makes more sense. It does make more sense because when I think about Beyonce, I don't really think about Adidas ever, nor that I really think about Kanye. But I guess there is a big crowd out there. Sparky's got something there on the big board. I guess he was witness to one of these situations. Is that a symbolic thing, Tony? I don't know if people are doing that.
That's the
for our viewing audience out there that is completely confused as much as I am by Tony making a triangle.
But it's the Illuminati sign.
Oh, she's a part of the I thought didn't they call it the Black Illuminati? And I'm like, why do you guys gotta just get together and make your own secret club? Sorry, Adidas, I am starting a new shoe line called Blue. Why would she start a Blue, Sparky? I don't get that really.
She named the shoes after her album.
Oh, okay. So her album's named Blue. All right. Well, I was just gonna say, Tony, there's that new movie out there that has a little bit of product placement in there. It's the name of the movie's Air. It's about the Sonny Vaccaro story. Sonny Vaccaro and Nike pursuing basketball rookie Michael Jordan at the time. Now, the better documentary to watch on that is the 30 for 30 Soul Man. Much better than this movie all around. I've seen this movie. The movie previews, Matt Damon and Sonny Vaccaro, if you put them both side by side, there's no fucking way they even look close to each other. But Adidas is mentioned in that movie as well as a product placement because Sonny Vaccaro moved on from Nike to Adidas after the fact to sign another young star who passed away too early 3 years ago, Kobe Bryant. At the time, that was when we were starting up. That was the week before the death pool, and nobody had Kobe Bryant on the death pool, which is
the day before.
The
day before. I know, right?
Yeah.
What else we got on the ye old helm there, my man?
You know who almost hit the death pool list this week?
No, he didn't. Not even almost. Nope. You know what? Not a chance. No. Nope. That's the funny thing, though. That was
Dick Van Dyke.
People were now. I posted that on the Podguyz Podcast show. There were no injuries at all to him. Not a fucking scratch. Not a chitty. Not a chitty. Not a bang. Not a bang. There was nothing wrong with Dick, nor his van, nor his Dyke. All were fine. Fucking, I post that one thing on the Podguyz Pod. People are like, "Oh my god, that's so sad."
Oh no, poor Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah. Oh well, we lost another great hero. Whoa, like they've already had these in the bag. They're like, it's time for Dick Van Dyke. I'm just
yeah, they're pulling them out like coupons. You're like, oh, let me check the expiration date on this one. No, he's still alive, still kicking it.
Still kicking. He just got into, and he drives an old car too, a Malibu. Like, come on, you gotta love the guy. 19. I give Dick Van Dyke all the credit in the world for continuing on with being an alcoholic who has stayed sober for so long, and I've listened to what he has to say about the disease of alcoholism. Me being an alcoholic myself, I've been 4 years sober so far. I always say so far because you just can't keep your guard down on this thing. So Dick Van Dyke has done so much for that community through AA, and then not just through AA, but just by communicating and talking with people that are struck with the same disease of alcoholism. And he's been sober for the longest time. And even when he was 80, they said, "Hey, why don't you just have a drink because you're 80?" He says, "Well, I don't really consider that anymore, but then the disease talking through you to tell me what to do," sort of thing. And it's an attribution to his life. He's 96 years old right now. He's going to be 97. He is robbing the cradle, dating a 75-year-old right now.
Yeah. He chitty bang bangs all night long.
yeah, there's a little bit of rust on the pole right there, I'm sure, but that's all right. He's just an excellent human being all around. I know his brother passed away, Jerry Van Dyke. He was on the TV series Coach for the longest time. He's and
younger brother too.
Yeah, just a very bright family. But these the same people out there that are always very happy all the time. They get into that routine of drinking a lot, and that does happen. But yeah, he's fine though, Tony. He's 96. He's not dead. Nobody's picking him for the death either. No.
Even though I do have him on my list.
You got him on your list? Get out of here, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, what's going on? There's
speaking of lists, you better check them twice to see who is naughty or nice.
Oh,
I know. The Marvel world has been shook.
That sounds like something that was taken out of Schindler's List, where they're like, all right, we're just not going to put that in there.
The Marvel world has been shooketh, Kevin.
Oh my God, I saw that. Yeah.
Good old Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors in the news. Of course, Jonathan Majors, the head villain from the new phase of the Marvel Universe, Kang the Conqueror, King the Conqueror.
Marvel's new phase, they're just going to call it the Brown phrase because it's shit. It's all bad.
All of it.
If you're
no, if you think that you have not heard this before, especially in the past year or so, especially with the DC world and Ezra Miller, you haven't heard anything yet, because more information is learned about Jonathan Majors' arrest and alleged assault on a woman, where the 33-year-old actor possibly gets a huge reprieve as new details become known about the incident itself.
Yeah, it's, I guess now the biggest part to take away from this is that it appears that the girlfriend went to the police following morning and reported the crime. Normally the victim in these situations do it the same night. It's very tough sometimes, though. I can't really call it all black and white on this one, because, you know, if you're in that situation, somebody could take your phone, break your phone. You could be captured the whole time. You know, like, it's not like anybody it's not like nobody like said to Elizabeth Smart, like, well, if you were kidnapped inside of a dungeon in Utah, why didn't you make a phone call? Like, obviously she had no chance to do so. The report says, however, that when police arrived, the girlfriend allegedly told a different story, saying that she and Majors were in a cab on the way home from a bar in Brooklyn when he physically attacked her. The victim informed police she was assaulted, a police spokesperson said in a statement, reports ABC News. Now, it's just tough because I guess, Tony, is Disney's getting some back flack from this idea by their...
Of course. They've made some really, really bad, poor decisions lately. And that is why they've gotten rid of many a people in the headline. They're going to cut the head off the snake. They fired the, who was it? Well, when they fired Gina Carano, of course, from such fantastic shows as The Mandalorian, they had told her that because of her racist anti-Semitic tweets and the cancel culture, of course, was coming to get her. And then it came to get James Gunn, and then it came to get there's a million of them, to be honest, like in that particular universe that were targeted specifically.
Well, the good news is that Sparky has Sparky was actually there at the bar in Brooklyn, weren't you, Sparky? Just doing his investigative journalism like he does. And then, oh, look at that there, Tony. He says, hey, it looks like we've conquered Kang. You want to lift your head up there, Tony, and see that little beautiful, look at that.
I know. I get it. Sorry.
Yeah, he's got two cops right there. They conquered Kang.
Are they cops? Are you sure?
Yeah, you can tell by they have hats on their heads.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Disney actually fired Victoria Alonso. Now, you may be saying to yourself, who is Victoria Alonso?
Yeah, who is that?
She is the head of Marvel's VFX department. So the FX, of course, for the movies. Mm-hmm. She was the post-production president. But she is firing back as well. And she claims that she lost her job in a statement to Variety, denying that Alonso was fired because of her role as a producer on Argentina in 1985. Instead, Glazer claimed that her client was silenced by Disney. And she made no mention of the highly criticized visual effects in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
And you saw the movie, I'm sure, you know, they weren't. Yeah. So,
all right.
Well, that's just the thing, though. You're working for Disney. You have your job to do at Disney, and then you also have about 40 to 50 million people that want your job as well.
Oh, yeah, so completely.
It's tough. It's tough, man.
So regardless, after they got rid of Victoria Alonso and the visual effects department, they laid off 2,000 workers this past
They
week.
did. They had like these. Well, these big movie people aren't as savvy as our friends with these small independent movies. And if we're talking top dog with small independent movies, you can go no further but to bring up the one, the only Tommy Wiseau.
Ooh.
Of the notorious movie The Room. He has another movie out after that, but here his newest flick, we got the Tommy Variety magazine says that Tommy Wiseau unveils his follow-up film to The Room with, drum roll please, Big Shark trailer, which I know what you're thinking, Tony. What the fuck could Big Shark be about? It's about a big shark. Sounds a lot like Jaws. Sure does. It sure does. So the one thing that I always
could it be Jaws?
I kind of admire Tommy Wiseau for being originally unoriginal in The Room, where you've seen this setup before. Man loves woman, and then the ending, a lot of suicides going on. Like everybody just kills themselves. It's it's out of control, right? But yeah, he debuted Big Shark. It follows 3 firefighters as they work to save New Orleans from an attack by, you guessed it, a big shark. While the first look at this shit. Yo, it's Jaws. It's just Jaws.
It's just Jaws. Yeah. They should have called it Teeth. Oh no, wait, they have that movie already.
Here, I think I know. I think I can guess the line that Tommy Wiseau says there, Tony.
I'm ready.
When he sees the shark, he's going to say, "Oh, hi, shark."
Hey, shark. How are you?
Oh my God, Lisa, you're tearing us apart. Oh, hi, shark.
Oh, what pretty teeth you have. Oh, shark.
Didn't really change it up there too much, Tommy, did you? Yeah, he took Mark from The Room and then just made him. What if Mark from The Room, my friend, he's my best friend. We're good friends, Hollywood stars. What if he was just a shark? Tommy, are you all right?
Lunch together.
Everything okay?
We're going to dress him up. It'll be fantastic.
Yeah, April 2nd is screening at Cinema 21 in Portland, Oregon, because if you're in Portland, Oregon, they're guessing how many drugs you're already on. Yeah. A lot. It's just a list of different places that he's gonna go to, and we know what the damn movie's about. It's about a big shark, 3 firefighters trying to take. Listen, the guy has a legitimate passion for movie making. No one's ever gotten in his way.
He's the Nicolas Cage of shitty movie making.
No, he's on a whole new level of shitty movie making. I'll tell you what, the one where he played a mortician was very good. But it just felt like there were 2 movies, like if that makes any sense. It felt like there was one movie and then like it veered off into a completely different movie where you're like, all right. Which there was the transition point was just kind of tough there.
Can we jump back into the Jonathan Majors thing? Because
absolutely, yeah.
There's a huge part of the story that went missing.
Which part?
The fact that TMZ, fantastic. I can't even say fantastic.
You can. They've been reporting accurate information, getting in people's faces with camera for years.
Yeah. King of the paparazzi, TMZ reports they thought the girlfriend and Jonathan Majors slept at different locations, and that the girlfriend went to the hospital and police the next day. But what really happened is that Jonathan Majors called the police on his girlfriend. The police showed up. The girlfriend told him she was assaulted. Then the police saw the injuries and then arrested Majors. And that's how it usually happens, folks. They're going to arrest you if something is happening to the other person. So if he said, "Oh, no, I have defensive wounds," both of them would have been arrested.
This is, yeah. I mean, you could always, just don't kidnap people. It's probably the good idea right here. If it feels like you're kidnapping somebody, just stop. Let them go.
Look, you're going to be a multimillionaire. You just might as well just stay at home.
Yeah, you can have it. You have to allow people to have social lives. So I would always just also suggest to maybe protect yourself as well, because you don't want somebody falsely accusing you of something, right, Tony?
No, of course not. Why not?
Around your neck of the woods, there's some stuff that's going on that I didn't know was against the law.
Such as
there's the such as.
I'm ready for this.
You're like, Kevin, it's in my face. Man accused of lewdness in Dixon City hotel jacuzzi.
Are we really going to go with that story? Are we going to end that on this note?
I was just saying, just quickly brushing over, I guess, that you're not allowed to masturbate in a hotel jacuzzi when it's out there in the public.
I know. How dare you, Johnny Acapinti?
Johnny Acapinti, we don't want to out you for being a chronic public jacuzzi masturbator.
Especially at the Y.
YMCA's, Red Roofs Inn. If there is a public jacuzzi out there, Johnny Acapinti is masturbating in it, or
skating all over the bubbles.
You can tell
that is not the hotel jets.
The fluid gets stuck in the steam hole,
No.
Oh, I think I know what story you wanted to get to, so just reel it right up there, my man.
I'm ready. Wait, what are we going into?
Oh, you wanted to get into the Amanda Bynes story, am I right?
Oh, of course.
Gotcha.
Big news.
Talk about Amanda Bynes.
Big time news right there.
It's a really big time news, though.
Well, it was
quite funny. Not to say it's funny. It's
Tony,
sad.
at one time, people would say she was all that. Enough to the point where they gave her own show. And then enough to the point where Disney signed her for a contract. And also,
right? Speaking of Disney kids.
Yeah.
Man, that was going to be my entrance, too. Speaking of Disney kids.
It just was your entrance right there.
I know. Yeah, it is what it is. So, Amanda Bynes. Yeah, she apparently... I have to pull this up because it was freaking hilariously funny.
Allegedly. Sources have claimed.
She will no longer be reuniting with the rest of the All That cast at 90s Con on Saturday due to an unknown illness. Wah, wah, wah. At the last minute, the 36-year-old actress, who previously expressed her eagerness to reconnect with her former Nickelodeon castmates, had to cancel. That's right. Her attendance at the highly anticipated reunion alongside Kenan Thompson, Kel Mitchell, Danny Tamborelli, and Lori Beth Denberg will have them wait.
Why?
Sadness. She has yet to publicly address the health concern that prevented her from going. But just 2 months ago, she told people that she was really excited to reunite. Unfortunately, oh man, where is it? She broke off with her engagement in 2022 with beau Paul Michael. And she has reconciled with her ex-fiance. And apparently, their engagement is reportedly not back on, by the way.
Yeah, I'm looking at these old these new pictures of what she's got going on, and it just it's very heartbreaking to see somebody who this doesn't just come out of nowhere. It just doesn't happen overnight. It's not just drug abuse. Yeah. People don't just abuse drugs just to abuse them in most case scenarios. So she did have a mother who took a lot of money from her, constant betrayal in her life. Tough to get recasted and back into the loop when, producers, directors don't want to deal with the parents anymore. And if the parents are coming along with you, no matter what, they would just rather recast the situation. So
she was actually in a legal conservatorship as well with her parents.
Yes.
just much like Britney Spears was with hers.
Yeah. Now, Amanda Bynes' legal conservatorship was because she was caught with possession of marijuana, right?
Correct.
And there was a time, everybody, that marijuana was treated like cocaine. It wasn't legal to ever have on you. And if you did have it on you, or people want to make an example of you, Amanda Bynes was one of the examples. So her parents, in the most greediest way, said, hey, let's do this conservatorship thing. Grab up that money. Now, the series that she was in, All That, it was billed as the SNL for Kids, boasted a short comedy sketches and musical guest. 2019, a revival of the series with original cast members. They wanted to get it all back together and all that crap. But, and that's nice for the people who have grown up and watched the show, and they could say, oh, what a nice thing, and how they look differently from what they did now. It's kind of like going to a class reunion to a school that you never attended. Right. With reunion shows. But yeah, dude, look at this picture right here. Look at this thing going on. Look at this. Darker hair.
I know.
Got a tattoo on the face. Those nose earrings, always those nose rings. Oh my God. And now she's back together, but not engaged with this guy. Looks like he would sell you fake drugs. This guy looks like.
Apparently some of her better offenses were 2 hit and runs.
2 hit and runs.
A DUI in 2012.
DUI in 2012.
As well as a 2013 arrest for throwing a bong out a window.
On the 9th day of relapse.
Setting her apartment on fire.
Naked in the streets, crack pipe, crack
pipe in the sheets. Tattoo on her face.
5 warrants for arrest. Yeah, that's tough, man. It's a tough time for Amanda Bynes right now. I mean, here Bill Vassell on the Podguyz Podcast Facebook fan page right now. He puts down this funny meme that's been going around that I never imagined a world where Roseanne Barr was going to be hotter than Madonna, but here we are.
Speaking of that whole situation, wow. Madonna, here, we'll end on this story, actually. We'll end on a Madonna story. How about that?
Oh, no. The other one. Hooters.
Oh, yeah. We'll end on the Hooters story. All right. So we'll cross over into this, and then we'll end on the Hooters story. So officially, Madonna once again came out in the public, and she said, "Look at my joyous pictures of me not all swelled up."
Oh, so beautiful.
That's perfect, Kevin. You look exactly like her, too.
Her face looks like it's strangling itself.
Yeah, she said, "Look at me. I'm not all swelled up anymore."
So much better.
So much better.
No.
She's been having these weird parties, I guess, at her house, where she's been inviting celebrities to come over and do karaoke at her house.
That sounds like it's okay that would be watchable. I would totally watch that.
Yeah.
Better than
an interesting story.
Yeah, better than like a James Cordone or whatever the hell. Yeah, I could watch Madonna host something at her private house where she has celebrity guests over doing karaoke. That sounds like a fun time.
That would be a TV show right there.
Then highly rated too. I would watch it. Maybe like 2 episodes, maybe 3. It's depending. And you don't even need to have long episodes of that. Just have fucking per song it. Like 3 songs, 45 minutes, no real commercials or whatever. Just put it on there on YouTube. So she says the swelling went down, right, Tone?
Yeah, the swelling went down. Of course, she looks more like a person now because she didn't like She didn't like the job that they did.
Well, here at the Podguyz Podcast, we already know, we had the inside scoop for the longest time that really was not Madonna. That was at the Music Awards, at the Grammys. That was Madonna's vagina.
It was.
It just looked a lot like. That's why the swellingness was in the.
There's no way to trim and tuck that.
Yeah, that's. Madonna's vagina, just like Ron Jeremy's penis, is they are both entities with they look like that baby stomach out of the movie what is that Total Recall from Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know, like they both have like a soul and an entity to themselves.
Oh yeah,
you know.
Sparky, you got a picture about that or no?
No, I can't wait. I can't wait for the. I can't wait for the Hooters story. I can't wait for the Hooters story because, guys, do we have one for you?
Speaking of entities,
Tony has got this one memorized. We keep having these wonderful conversations with guests that come on to the point where we can't get at all the stories we want to get to, and this is the one that keeps getting pushed week to week to week. Here we are at the ass end of the show. And they're, you know, like, because Tekashi 6969 has to get his ass kicked really hard. What the fuck? People have to assume that Dick Van Dyke is fucking dead because he gets into a car accident, and every 96-year-old that gets into a car accident explodes into a fucking pile of dust.
Not Dick Van Dyke.
Not Dick Van Dyke, though. He just goes to not heaven. He just goes to that cartoon.
Just multiplies. Fresh skin cells. He's got a facelift like Madonna.
That'd be crazy. You feed Dick Van Dyke after midnight, he starts multiplying like Gizmo.
Could you imagine him? He gets out of his car and then he's like,
yeah. No plastic surgery, by the way. Mr.
Yeah,
Dick
no
Van
plastic
Dyke.
surgery.
It's looking great.
Needed. Yeah. That's right, folks. We bring you the news because we pay our dues.
Well, no, it's funny. We're the only people that aren't incentivized to lie to you about the news. We try to take the headlines. And by the way, we're so objective of when tearing a story apart. We've been ahead of almost every situation that has thrown celebrities like Ron Jeremy under the bus, calling him a rapist. And me and Tony have gone through it where, no, it turned out the guy had dementia. And yeah, the rape did exist. The sexual assault did exist. But we've been ahead of stuff like people are touting and talking about how great Jake Paul was to beat the hell out of Nate Robinson. We were ahead of that, calling him a scumbag. Like, how the hell do you not know this is for charity? But Tony, are you firing up that Hooters story or what's going on there?
I am, sir.
I always imagine when you look down, you're petting a cat. I don't. The cats are going to look at you and be like, see, I told you he was one of us.
If you thought that Hooters sauce couldn't get any worse.
A little spicy. A little bit.
One little dab will do you. A lovely Hooters waitress was arrested. Yes, arrested. For apparently, gross, really, really gross.
Go ahead, let it rip.
All right, for come on. I'm trying to get this
your phone,
story
Tony, or no? Because
what's up?
You got your phone?
Yeah, I did. So, oh my god!
Just tell the story with the big board, Tony.
You might, yeah, go ahead.
No, do it right now.
All right, so apparently, I need two orders.
Yeah.
I need 2 orders of fried Madonnas.
2 orders of fried Madonnas. Hold on, I am making the sauce. Now, if you're not viewing this right now, you're just listening to us on Spotify, Spreaker, Rio de Janeiro. So the whole headline is Hooters waitress taken into custody for allegedly dipping hot wings in her vagina on and off her period to rude customers. So if you are a rude customer, now Sparky, keep that picture up there, pal. Keep it up there if you could. All right. So Sparky drew the picture of a person that has orange hair, says, I need 2 orders of fried Madonnas, which isn't officially a special on the Hooters menu. But Hooters, if you're out there, I think you might want to consider it.
Okay? Yeah.
And
it's 2
waitress,
wings extra flappy.
Yeah. I like Bill Vassal's comment down here. I think it was Bill Vassal's comment, maybe. Here it is. I put down, I had the little cowboy hat guy. I'll take one with them tampons with the wings, you know. Put down somebody commented down saying that it puts a whole new meaning to earning your Red Wings. Whole new meaning.
Are you ready for this this part of the story?
Sure.
Family members of the perpetrator. Her family members came out to the news crews, and they said, while she has the appearance of a well put together young woman, she actually suffers from multiple personality disorder and has a long history of incidents that end in either a stay in jail or in a mental hospital on a 3-day hold. Had Hooters conducted a background check, this whole incident could have been avoided.
Okay, so now after the family says something like that, I believe personally that they should be disqualified from power of attorney from this woman.
Completely.
Because it's a conflict of interest if you're throwing her whole entire life under the bus and then saying, hey, we'll take the money for it under power of attorney through disability and trying to claim that she's crazy that way as a dependent. So because they're not doing her any favors. Can we agree on that one?
I was just looking up her name, Jessica Sinclair.
And neither are we doing her any favors by keeping her not unanimous anymore.
True.
I was just about to say they're not doing her any favors, but we are, because we are not going to reveal her name. And you're like, hold on.
Hold on. Jessica Sinclair, 24 years old, was caught dropping hot wings in her vagina before serving customers.
How long does your phone take to load up a fucking article? Jesus Christ.
I had to look through 2 different articles, to be honest. She was taken into police custody and was said to have only served her special wings to customers who were rude. That is all.
That is all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, guys, if you ate at that Hooters, specifically, not really knowing the location of the Hooters, but if you had recently eaten, ate at a Hooters in the
in the heart of Dallas,
right in the heart of Dallas, Texas, was it Dallas, Texas?
Dallas, Texas. Jessica
Dallas,
Sinclair,
Texas,
24
right
years
there.
old. Look for her in your social media.
Yeah, so if you ate at that at Hooters and you felt the sauce was a little tangy and you might have been a little rude that day, a little drip on the rip, you know. And if the Hooters wings gave you herpes, this might be a sign to sue the restaurant or her, you know.
Yeah.
You're like, man, these wings are a little spicy and they gave me HPV. Motherfucker.
There it is. It is. Yeah. I didn't order HPV.
Yeah. The wings that keep coming back.
Yeah. What's that weird aftertaste? Is that afterbirth?
Yeah. Tampons with wings. Yeah. After birth. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that stomach lining? That tastes like placenta.
Placenta, darling. Oh, great! I got you echoing now in the background where we're singing placenta.
Yeah, perfect.
God damn it,
Sparky! If you were going to look for us, where would you look for us, sir?
Not in Dallas, Texas, at a Hooters.
Not anymore.
But anyway, you can find us on every single major streaming platform, including iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spreaker, Deezer, Castbox, Geo Rio, Facebook Live video, Google. You could also find our merchandise at merchbooth.com. Yeah, Podguyz Podcast t-shirts at merchbooth.com. That's what I said.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin doesn't have his on, even though
I do. It's just the black microphones on this one.
Oh,
it's the exclusive black microphone shirt.
Yeah. That's an extra $10 shirt.
It is. $40 shirt I'm wearing right here.
Yeah, perfect.
Or we'll do it for we'll do some fucking ghetto math. It's 4 dime bags.
Go to merchbooth.com. Go and purchase some swags. Come support us. We're poor. We're poor people.
Check out. We're also gonna get that. We're gonna get the commercial rolling again, of course, and
very excited.
I got a lot of comedy shows coming up, so if you see me around town locally in the northeastern Pennsylvania area, we'll be around.
Yeah, please pick him up. He needs an Uber.
Or you know what?
You don't want random people picking you up in their car?
Best idea, don't pick me up. Just come out to the comedy show. I think that's what Tony meant.
Oh, yeah. I would never.
What? I got an Uber app, dude. I could just press the goddamn button. It's not like
whatever.
Now what are they gonna do? They're listening to this right now, like, oh my god, I never knew I could.
I know. I never knew I could pick up my own pod guy.
Yeah. It's where the show's coming up. We're gonna be at Hooligans in Nanticoke, April 22nd. And April 1st, we got the Club 79 on Blackman Street. We're gonna do it's Sabu and the crew kind of show. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna pack the basement of the Club 79, and always a packed time. Now it's not it's not suitable. It's a 21 or older show, so make sure you know that before coming around. Yeah, and then I got some other shows coming up too, but we'll keep you guys posted on the Podguyz Podcast.
Bring your own peace pipe because there's going to be plenty of tobacco there.
They're going to get high on weed, dude.
Guys, we are the Podguyz Podcast. Make sure you tune in, share, like.
Whoa, Sparky!
Send stars, buy merchandise, go to Sparky.
No, I'm saying one more quick thing. You gotta give a quick shout out to the guys from the Big Break, since their competition is getting ready to start again.
Yeah, we're getting ready with the Big Break competition's getting ready to roll out there. We're gonna have every link possible shared to the Podguyz Podcast Facebook fan page. And
if you haven't signed up, there's only like 3 or 4 days left to sign up. Make sure that if you're a local band in the New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania area, and you would like to sign up for a premier music competition, there's some great prizes available for the winner and follow-up winner as well. So if you want to check that out, go to thebigbreakcompetition.com. Find it on Facebook as well as other social media pages as well. Is that all we got?
That's all we got, yeah.
All right, guys. I am Tony Kaz.
Kevin Neary here.
Of course, the ever-loving. Nice hair today, Sparky, by the way. Nice
I like it. Yeah, he's looking really good right now. Yeah.
I know, he is looking... Man, we're going to find you a hot date next week. Girls, if you are interested, Sparky is available, and we're going to find him a hot date next week. He's
single, and he's got a credit score of 700, so there you go.
Have a great night. Bye.